Hi guys and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing Ride 4. We're going to be using the Honda CB1300RM right here in Macau. Now, I had an itch to do some road racing a couple of days ago and I just had to give it a try. Found a bike that I'm pushing to get the achievement for, so one of the bikes that require level 5 affinity, and I was just curious to see what sort of calculations and affinity you get for doing a 5-lap race around Macau. And also at the same time, scratch that itch of doing a nice road track. I think Macau is probably, alongside Southern 100, is my favourite road circuits, but braking firm for the 200-metre marker now was... Oh my goodness, what happened then to the guy on the left-hand side of the screen? Something went amiss. Okay, someone crashed into oblivion, but then this is when it occurred to me that this is an RM bike, thus meaning no lights. So this is only going to be illuminated by the wonderful streetlights of Macau. So as far as actually seeing where we're going, it could get difficult in certain sections of this circuit, but for the majority of it, it is pretty well illuminated, so we should be pretty solid. But I do hope for actually a good battle. Every time I come here, they always crash around this twisty, turny section, so I guess we'll find out in a moment if it is going to give us some battle. There's one crash, there's two crashes, we're already up into second place. Tonino Vieira is leading the Grand Prix, but we now go into the left hand side for turn 16, and that is it. So that's the curtains. Curtains have been drawn, it is over for the AI behind us. So I guess now it's time for us to push as hard as we can here on board the Honda, here in Macau. And I want to see what we can sort of do. I'm going to try and push, but also play it safe, because I do find if you push too much of these road circuits, it's just so simple to make a mistake that the end result is usually you end up crashing and I have to restart and make the video again. But braking quite firm into the very, very difficult Melco hairpin, very close to it, very, very tight. Pretty nicely done though, if I do say so myself, as we get the change of direction into the right-hander. Just that brief right-hander as we approach 8 PM here in Macau. So firm on the brakes, and I'm having a little bit of a doubt, to be honest with you guys. I've chosen the hard front and the hard rear, and I'm beginning to think that was a miscalculation on the doctor's part. 2 minutes into this one, and well, the rear tyre's ice cold and the front is pretty chilly, so I'll try and push a little bit more. We are using, I don't believe we've got any traction control on, maybe it's on 1. I might have left it on since we played with the Honda a couple of days ago. Now, I mentioned with the Honda CBR 1000 RRR that I used the other day in a previous video, I will do another video with that one, because I tried 20 laps in Donington National and I had a whale of time, an absolute whale of a time. Brilliant stuff. It was just consistently putting in lap times, and I very much enjoyed it. So keep an eye out for that this week, as Ride 4 content seems to be making its comeback to the DrAce channel. I went through a phase where I was getting a little bit bored of Ride 4, I felt like it was a bit stale, but I'm beginning to get back into things, so Ride 4 fans rejoice, you're going to see a lot more Ride 4. But then we will have the balancing act, of course, with balancing MotoGP 22 career mode, Superbike 22 career mode, and then the odd few races with Ride 4. Of course, as mentioned the other day, fully aiming to get all the achievements for Ride 4 now, just in case there's an announcement for Ride 5 and I only have so much time to do it. I'm not sure, but I want to make sure it's done before I move over to Ride 5, because I very much doubt I'll come back to this one if Ride 5 is amazing. Don't tend to usually go back to the previous installments of bike games when the new one comes out. I've done it for other sports games in the past, so maybe like NBA and things. Happy to use the older ones because they weren't microtransaction heavy. So I don't mind for them, but for bike games, not so much. The physics are quite important, and it's very important to stay at the top of our game, especially when we aim to do championships and to compete in time trials with the aces. Now, regarding the DrAce BSB Championship, of course, a couple more rounds to go. About to start the showdown round after Cadwell Park this Monday, so after that is concluded, it'll be time for the showdown, which will be just 3 rounds left. But for now, we look forward to Cadwell Park. And after that one is completed, I am thinking about doing a road championship. Probably to get some numbers in. And I'm probably going to have to this time do some sort of qualifying to get into the DrAce Championship, because we had a lot of requests from starting the BSB Championship to the middle. There's just lots of people interested and not enough spaces, so we'll certainly figure something out. But 7 seconds quicker we were in that previous lap time, so pretty solid performance around this wonderful circuit. Back on the acceleration once more as we just gently move it over to the right hand side. Pretty well done. Lost a little bit of confidence upon the exit there. I can bring on more power, but you do risk touching the wall on the left hand side, and Ride 4 has a very strange way of dealing with walls in this game. Sometimes you can go super close to it and then all of a sudden you just crash. You may not even touch the wall, but if you get too close, the game just says, nah, too close, get off, and then you've been booted off of your bike. But now into the twisty section, and I think this is the part of Macau that I really enjoy. There's a certain pressure and tension about this part and all the way up to about turn 20, all the way up to the Melco hairpin perhaps, of just don't mess it up. It's in the back of your mind and you're just trying to ignore it and you're trying to focus on the lines. It's an easy track to get suckered into as well, because if you see that you're maybe a couple of tenths of a second down to the previous lap time, you think, okay, I can start pushing now, but it's usually a big mistake. So I feel quite confident now, and using a naked bike, something I've not used in probably a while now, to be honest with you. Played a lot of MotoGP 22, and of course there's no naked machines in that one, so it is a nice change to use the Honda CB 1300 RM. Now, getting back to the points with the no light situation, it seems to be pretty solid so far. No real hindrances, any particular corners. A couple of spots like this bit's a little bit dark, but we're pretty much going where we need to be going, and there's no variation of lines. So I would say it's not really become an issue. I didn't realise until, starting the race, that, hang on, there's no lights. But I don't think I'm too fazed by it. I could definitely do this again. And I'm actually thinking about doing a race with a circuit that has no lights or a very minimal amount of floodlights around. So maybe we'll do that, but without any light source on the bike. It casts my mind back actually to a live stream we did ages ago, where we chose Portimao with RM bikes on an online race, and I'm pretty certain it was completely pitch black. Like the first time I did an endurance race in the dark at Valencia, and it was completely pitch black with no floodlights. I'll never forget that video. That's probably one of the first ones I did on Ride 4, as a matter of fact. But anyway, back to the right hand side for Mandarin Corner. Once again, still not going full throttle through that right hand side. You can do it, but it's just a sense of fear of going too far to the right hand side there. But now into the most beautiful part. Very dark round here, so I do apologise if you have to adjust your brightness. But I can assure you we got through there unscathed and very, very safe. So bringing on the power into the most exciting part of Macau here on this penultimate lap. 14 seconds adrift we are to Zhu Zhihao. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. Actually, there's no probably about it. I'm definitely pronouncing it incorrectly. But I'm hoping to get a 20-second advantage. It'd be a nice achievement to add to our total. But now to the left-hand side for turn 12. Quick change of direction here into the right, but you've got to be carrying a gentle amount of speed. Nothing too much and not really in too much of a powerful state in the sense of high gear, absolutely revving the hell out of the Honda. It's very calm, and the majority of this one, it's been smooth, half, 75% throttle. Every now and again you get to 100%, and the majority of the time it's just very gentle upon the brakes. You can see the graphic in the bottom right hand corner of your screen to give you an indication of how much brake I'm using and how much acceleration is also being applied to the Honda. So now into the left hand side once more, a little bit dark here for the Dona Maria corner for turn 21. We bring on the power, and I usually start braking around that Turkish flag there, so shout out to Ferhat when we're using the big bikes. I usually stop and brake there. A little bit later this time around actually for the Melco hairpin. Getting a bit more confident it seems, but also making a few minor mistakes. So better watch that for the next lap. The gap is now up to 17.5 seconds. Never mind about that, it's gone up to 18.5 seconds. Did we really pull a second in that one corner alone? I think we did. Bit of change for the podium in third place as well. Kazuwaki, can never pronounce that name. The Japanese rider is up into the top 3. But across the line, it is a 2-minute 28.078. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's 5 laps, or 4 laps should I say, of consecutively improving the lap time. Good pace. Very good pace here in Macau. I'm keen to do more laps around this fantastic circuit. But we bring on the power. And we will look to the 200-metre marker. It's approaching very fast. There it is. Start braking there. A lot of rear brake, but don't press it too much because you do tend to find the rear tyre will just start skidding and slipping. And that's when you need to let go. Any longer than that, and the bike just launches you off it. It's not ideal, to be frank. So coming out of turn 6 now, we bring on the power once more. The fans in the attendance here are certainly getting some good shots of the Honda CB. But now with a change of direction, moving into the left-hand side. A little bit deep there, but we saved it quite nicely. Almost looked intentional, but I can assure you it wasn't that time around. Brake at the bins on your right-hand side, and we keep pushing on. Very confident around this sector now, up by half a second. This is the point where we don't want to push too much, though. 21 seconds in the bag. Almost approaching 22 seconds now, actually, to Zhu Jiahao. As we now go to the left-hand side. Ooh, very, very small moment of just lifting up onto the bike there. Basically, a very uneven surface forces you just to gently move the analog stick in a very calm manner, just to equate for the difficulty of that particular bump. That's why I've always recommended being very smooth with the throttle, because when you feel those bumps, your instinct isn't to flick the controller, but just to move it gently. Move with the curve, for example, rather than fighting it or pushing against it in an aggressive manner. So firm on the brakes we'll go one more time for the final time here in Macau. The Melco hairpin has been decimated for the final time of this video, and I tell you what guys, I could really go for more laps here. Let me know what you think of this track. I'm really keen to do another circuit race here, either against the AI, just a couple of time trials, or even online. Let me know what you want to see next, and let me know if you want to see more Macau, because I'm definitely game to do another race here. So finally, we break into the R corner for turn 26, get a little bit deep there and towards the rumble strip, then we bring on the power to successfully win here in Macau with the Honda CB 1300 RM. So guys, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know in the comments section down below. We did actually win by 25 or 26 seconds, so I call that one quite the achievement. So guys, that's it from me. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button and consider subscribing as well. Consider becoming a member to support the channel further and get access to exclusive emojis. And upon that note guys, thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.